Yeah, you're going to get it. It's coming. You're going to get it in Nakoma Park and Choctaw. It's going to cross Highway 62. Midwest City, winds coming into you, 50 to 60. Okay, but power outages now. Thank you, Jen. Have 3,000. 3,000 from OG&E. Those are customers. That means many, many more people are in the dark. And customers are just going to be one household. 10 people, 5 people, or one person, okay? So a lot of people in the dark right now. Not quite dark yet, but they're without power. So hopefully they're still watching us on their phone or their tablet. If you don't have our app, you got to get it, right? You can watch us live. Power goes out. Crank the phone. You're good to go. Hit a button. It's starting your party. Okay, so severe storm now. Cloud. Back to Twin Lakes. Back to Stella. Pink. Thunderbird. Let's go to Alan Brosey. Let's get an update from Alan. He's right here in this other severe storm north of Twin Lakes. And Alan, big storm over there. Alan, a huge wind event. And this is all, Alan, this whole thing is coming your way. Yeah, you're going to get some wind over there. Give us an update.
Yeah, the winds are still only about 25 to 30 miles per hour, but we've got a lot of lightning. Man, it's just a light show that you can't believe. Lots and lots of heavy rain. I was in Dale, Oklahoma. We had sporadic nickels and dimes falling. We're headed east out of there, headed towards Meeker area right now. Just got heavy rain, and I'll let you know when the winds pick up. Back to you, David.
Okay, all right, great job there, Alan. Stay with it. You're going to get to that damaging wind here shortly. What did you say, Matt Mahler?
Yeah, we're on Twitter. Winds are still very strong in Norman.
Yeah.
Not dying down just yet.
Yeah, no, it's not over. Here comes another storm back into Norman, too. You see this? This is Norman's third storm in the last, what, half hour, 45 minutes?
Yeah, that's about to be their third severe storm. About to
third severe storm. All right. And there's no official, is there no warning on it officially?
They're talking about it.
Yeah,
They're
need
going to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll just go look at velocity data and we'll make that decision. Because it's blowing, going down here. See the blue? Here we go. Damaging winds. Wow, Goldsby. Goldsby, look at that. Look at the wind down here. Look how fast it just intensifies. Cole to Goldsby.
We may have Norman's trash cans up here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, right. Or Goldsby's trash cans in Norman. It's a south wind blowing to the north. Let's query some of this right here. Let's query some of the data. What do you think you have? Between Cole and Goldsby, what's this? That's 70, right? Yeah, oh, bam. Okay, we're still tilted up a little bit, so nobody lives at 1,000 feet. But down here, we got at least 65 to 70. 65 to 70. Folks, that's going back into Norman, and the winds are still blowing in Norman 40 to 50. So here comes another high-end wind event for Norman. Norman.
Thunderstorm warning again.
Lloyd Noble, OU campus, Norman. Damaging winds again. This will be your third one. So everything, it's already blown to the north. Just let it go to the north. Stay inside, okay? And this is going to have some hail with it, too. Let's go to Barron Button. Let's see what kind of hail we have.
Okay, let's go to Storm Shield.
I'm sorry. Let's go to Storm Shield, control room. And then we're going to go back up north and check in with Val here real quick. It's got a little bit of hail, but you know what? It's nothing crazy. Nickel and dime size hail with maybe some quarter size hail mixed in. Nothing crazy, though, all right? Nothing crazy. Nickel and dime size hail. Okay, let's go back to, and here comes the rain. The rain's now coming back into Norman. It's moving northeast, a little bit more northeast, but the hail, it's mixed in with this, but it's not that strong. And this storm's going to try to miss most of Moore, at least more downtown, okay?
We're told just south of there, Floyd's RV, they have some flipped RVs.
Is that right?
Yes.
On I-35?
I think that's where it is, just south of
Wind.
Yeah.
Right there on at Highway 9. No, just out of the casino. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go back to
south of Highway 9.
Yeah, the wind. Okay, wow. Floyd's RV. We need to put that on our map, by the way. They're part of Oklahoma. They've been around forever. Let's go back south here. Let's go down to Norman. Let's zoom in on that. Let's go back to Link's control room. Let's go down to, wow, look at the wind coming into. Wow, look at the wind here. Let's stop the laps, this query. Riverwind Casino, Floyd's RV is right here, right? Yes. It's on the southeast side, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll double check.
Okay. 80.7, 77.2. Travel trailers have been flipped at Floyd's RV, at Highway 9 and I-35. All right? Highway 9 and I-35. Okay, so that's going to Sooner Mall, that's going to Norman, and that's going to Norman Regional, and that's going to OU campus, and that's going to Lloyd Noble, and that's going to the National Weather Center.
Yeah, it's just south of the Riverwind Casino, so south of Highway 9, just north of Goldsby.
Yeah.
Right there where the 70-mile-per-hour winds are.
Yeah, okay, we have 70 to 80 down here. So, folks, it's trashing some people down here right now. And it's coming north. It's coming north at a big hurry. Okay. Justin, let's get Hank headed southbound. Okay. Let's do that again. Okay, I want to quickly go back north here real quick. Let's quickly go back north.
Okay, let's go to Storm Shield.
Storm Shield, let's jump into that. Let's go back up north. Let me check in with the storm up here. Let's jump up north here and let's talk about the storms. We're not forgetting about you. We just have a lot going on up here, okay? And a lot going on down north south. All right, Bobby Payne's right here. And a severe storm. It's not tornado anymore. Damaging winds coming into Kia. Renfro, Medford's coming your way. And then back down here we have that let's go to Valcaster shot. And a little bit of mesocyclone still left. It's still spinning. And Val, that thing is still spinning. Is that rotating?
Oh, yeah, it sure is. It's rotating. It's not like super organized. It's rotating. We had an outflow a little bit earlier. What's that right in the middle right there? We saw a small brief funnel just a second ago with it. It really surprised us how much it's rotating. If we can pull back, look right up there, pull back as much as possible and go back up like that. You can, okay, look at that whenever the camera adjusts. Look at that rotation. Yeah, that thing is spinning like a top. I mean, it's not like a big, huge, meaty wall cloud or anything like that. It's like a kind of like a small focused area of rotation right there. But this storm has really got ramped up pretty quick. And it's not very far from the ground either. I mean, there's a little funnel right there. Keep seeing these little wispy funnels with this thing.
Yeah, right here, right in the middle. Right there.
Yep, there. That's a funnel. That is a funnel.
That's a funnel.
That thing
Yep. There it is. There's the funnel. Right here. Look at that form. There it is. It's forming right in the center of the spin. That's where it should be. Okay, Val, what's happening? Is your storm maybe weakening a little bit? It's still pretty strong, but it may be shrinking. If it's shrinking some, it may be tightening up. You may get one last hurrah out of this thing. We hope not, but we need to watch it. Okay, Val's on that storm. It's headed to Hillsdale. Let's go back to Storm Shield. It's headed to Hillsdale, which is right here. There's Val. There's where it's turning. Quarter golf ball size hail is going to go over or just south of Nash, and that's going to Jefferson and Pond Creek. Okay, that's that storm there. Okay, let's come back down to the metro. Let's go to Links 3 and talk about our wind that we have and the damaging wind event now going through Norman. All right, let's go back down here and look at the blue, folks. This is not good. Damaging winds sweeping through Norman right now, lifting from the south to the north, going right up I-35. Truman Elementary School, Norman Regional, Norman Downtown, Washington Irving Elementary, get ready, 80.7 miles per hour, ripping through Sam Noble Museum, ripping through much of Norman, all of Norman, along and west and east of I-35. Damaging winds 60 to 70 miles an hour, and there could be an 80-mile-an-hour gust in there. Okay, let's go to our Norman cam, and thank you, Jen. Let's take a look at it here, and then we're going to talk to Hank again. Hank's headed back south, and let's see what the wind's doing. Let's see. We have a damaging wind event. We have a rainbow. We have a little bit of sun, and we have some rain. Wow, what a day in Norman. This is your third storm. Your third storm in Norman. Okay, that's our Norman regional cam there, and check it out. Okay, so looking for power flashes. There's some big wind going through Norman right now, 60 to 70 for sure. Okay, we're going to have some wind damage in Norman. You can count on that. Okay. Let's go back to Storm Shield and take a look at it here on the big view and kind of an S-shaped signature here. Damaging winds coming to Wynnewood. Look at the damaging winds now. Wynnewood, Joy, Davis, and Sulphur. Damaging winds. Do we have Vaughn? Vaughn Caster? Okay, let's go to Vaughn Caster. Vaughn, you're right ahead of the damaging winds. What do you think? Give us an update.
Yeah, right now, they're not bad in Wynnewood. I'm looking at the blow-off from the plant, and they are screaming to the north. Oh, wow. Something just got hit over there with lightning. Is that
a fire?
Anyway, the winds haven't got here yet. Rain's just now starting, but as soon as they do, I'll get back with you, Dave.
Okay, all right, and stay with it. Big storm now coming into Wynnewood. Big storm coming in from Wynnewood. There is some rotation with that. Let's go back to Storm Shield, and here's a rotation right here. See this? That's it. and that's going to go right over Wynnewood. I'm not saying it's going to produce a tornado. What I'm saying is there's going to be damaging winds all around this feature. Only coming in from the east and then coming in from the west and northwest. See how this is curling? See that? See the curl? That's the old hook that produced over 100 miles per hour winds in Walters earlier.
48-mile-an-hour gust in Norman just now.
48 in Norman.
And Hanks has something.
All right, let's go to Hank. Let's get an update from Hank, and he's in the thick of it. And by the way, we need to query some data. Do you see that? Okay, let's go back to Hank. And Hank, give us an update. Your shot's frozen, but your picture's still up. Give us an update on what's going on.
Hey, David, I'm on Anderson Road coming south, south 119, southeast side of Draper. And we had what looked like the footprint of a microburst 2 hours south. So that would have been what was coming between Norman and Lake Stanley Draper. And just to solidify that, McLean County Sheriff sent me a text that there was RVs flipped over into McLean's RV. And I'll be down there just south of I-35 Highway 9. We're in just a little bit ago, David.
Okay, all right, good job, Hank. Stay with it. Stay with it here. We'll see what it does. Again, we know it's producing damaging winds. And there's Allen's shot coming back in. Okay, let's go to Storm Shield and look at the winds. Here's a problem. Tribby, Macomb, look at these winds now headed to Tecumseh. And this is pretty crazy in here. And we're pretty close to the radar, so this isn't going to be too far off. 68, 73, 73. That's getting up there again. All right, that's going to Tecumseh. It's going to Earlsboro. Damaging winds crossing 177 right now. Here in just a minute, just south of Tecumseh. Okay, let's look at some hail. Do we have any hail? There's our live. That's our live, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, next gen. Okay, query that. What do we have? Let's see what we have here.
79.
79, and the A is away. It just stands for away from the radar. Okay, the red moves away from the radar. 72.7, 79.1. Macomb, Tribby, damaging winds for you up to Tecumseh. All right, look at the damaging winds enhanced. Look at it, it's increasing. Isn't that incredible? Look at the resolution of that, folks. You won't see that anywhere else. I don't care who you are. Macomb, north of Macomb, that is impressive. Look at our next gen live. Look how fast that changes. Okay, there's no delay in our next gen live, right? We can crank the radar as fast as we can, and it's fast. All right, fast, and it's exactly what it's showing. These winds are going to try to head towards Tecumseh, and maybe they develop as far north as Shawnee. You folks in Shawnee, you need to be watching this. Okay, damaging winds coming in from the southwest. Okay, let's come back to Norman. Let's talk about Norman, and then we'll get over to Allen here in just a second. Let's go to links 3. Okay, okay, a little pocket of damaging winds now, right here. Not as widespread as what it was. The winds have come down a notch in Norman, but still damaging winds right here. And this is going to be just north of downtown Norman, 12th Avenue, 24th Avenue. This is Franklin Road. This is Tecumseh Road, Indian Hills Road, and Southeast 34th. This is your strongest winds in between Indian Hills Road and West Rock Creek Road. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, and then up and down 12th Street right here. Let's query some of that. See what you have. What do you think? 66?
Yep, 60.
Okay, so they've come down. That's good. That's good. We need to lose the 80. We don't like 80. 80 bad things start to happen at 80 miles per hour. 60 is bad enough, but you get to 80 and weird things start to happen. Big trees start to fall. Many power lines begin to come down. We need to keep it out of that zone. Okay, and a little bit of hail down there. The hail, though, is not the problem. It's the wind. So Hank's right here. Hank's shot's still frozen. Okay, what are you guys saying?
Beautiful sunset here in Oklahoma City.
Oh, sunset, yeah, in the metro, yeah. It's quiet here, at least west metro to the west. But if you live down in Norman, East Oklahoma County, over through McLeod and Shawnee, Potawatomi County, it's a whole different game over there. All right, so let's back out one more time here and look at this damaging wind event running from Welty, Cromwell, down to Gwinnett, Falls Valley, Wynnewood, Falls Creek, Hilton, back to Warwick. Severe storms here, lined up from the southwest to the northeast. And they're all severe. They're all severe, producing damaging winds. Okay, let's come back to links 3. And I want to look at velocity data here. Look at the wind in here. Look at the blue. You know what that is by now. Surely everybody knows what that is. And we're talking winds 60 plus. Let's see what we have here. Once again, coming back into Midwest City. All right, 67, yeah, crossing 240. Lake Stanley Draper, this is going to be lifting off to the north-northeast. So towards Choctaw. This is going to Choctaw. All right, damaging winds here.
And reports for damage in Norman, several 8 to 10 inch tree limbs down and snapped, and there's extensive damage to trees in Norman.
It says extensive?
That's what the verbiage is, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Lots of damage in Norman. Lots of tree damage, at least right now. There's probably some structural damage, maybe some shingles and things like that. We'll have to wait and see, or a tree possibly, or tree limb falling on a house. Okay, those things happen. Okay, so Lake Stanley Draper, damaging winds north of you, south of you. The winds do drop off once you get back down near Norman. They're still 50 to 60 or 50, and they've come down even more. Kind of query some of this around Norman. Let's see what we have down here. All right, there's a 70. Good Lord, we're still at 1,000 feet, but wow, that's really up there, folks. I mean, that's still 60 plus. Because remember, 1,000 feet, we're querying that. We're this far away from the radar, so that's about 1,000 feet up. Right in here is about 1,000 feet up. Radar beam straight, okay, from the site, which we're up here, northeast Oklahoma City. Okay, damaging winds still eastern sides of Norman, and these are going to be lifting north. Okay, the winds in Oklahoma City have subsided. Still windy here in the metro, but the damaging winds are going to be in the southern, southeastern sides of Oklahoma City, down to the Norman Regional Healthplex. Okay, winds down here 60 to maybe as high as 70 miles per hour, lifting to the northeast. Okay, let's go back to Shawnee and look at some of the winds over here. Okay, are you still in 99 mode? Yes. Okay. 57, 54, 59. Okay. There you go. So we still have winds in Tecumseh, Shawnee, right here, southwest of Shawnee, approaching 50 to maybe 60 miles per hour. It's coming into Shawnee. Okay? Coming into Shawnee. Damaging winds there. All right, moving northeast at, gosh, 40, 50 miles per hour. These things are moving. They are moving for sure. Okay. Here in Oklahoma City, we're basically storm-free now, but we have strong winds down in here. What's Hank? Do we know that Hank's shot's down? Hank's shot is down. We need to get that back up for Ken. And do we have Hank on the Getner?
Yeah, Hank's on the Getner.
Yeah, go ahead, Hank. Give us an update. We don't have your shot. We have radar, but go ahead.
Okay, David, we've actually moved back a little bit west. We're going to head back down towards Norman to look at what damage happened. But still, where I'm at on 149th and Sooner, the winds are well away from everything else, and they're still 40, 50 miles an hour out here, David.
Wow, 40 to 50. Yeah, you're right. You are pretty far away from the stronger winds, but not by much. It's just to your south and southeast. It's pretty close to you. So he has 40 to 50. Okay, he has 40 to 50. I want to point out right now that there are no tornado warnings in Oklahoma, which is great news, but we have this damaging wind event in the south and southeast metro. Damage in Moore, some damage in Norman, obviously, and about at least 3,000 customers, OG&E, without power here in the metro. Okay, go ahead. Crank up Robin's mic.
Yeah, just checking OG&E. It is at
Hang on. Wait for it.
Yeah, just checking with OG&E. It is at 2,200 customers without power. Some in the Norman area where you've been talking about those high winds, also in Moore and in Oklahoma City, David. And we're going to be taking a live shot there from that Floyd's RV where you were talking about those powerful winds that blew through there just south of Highway 9. So we'll be efforting those pictures for you coming up in just a moment, David.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Robin. And again, you know, this is, we don't have any hail with this in the South Metro. We just have damaging winds. And the winds have come down a little bit, though. All right. The trend is definitely better. The trend is better. Still severe storms ripping through Pauls Valley. Let's go back down south here. And what's Val have? We're going to Val Cass for shot? Does Val have something? Okay. All right. He's not yelling at you for anything? No. All right. If he hollers, let me know. His storm is still spinning that's coming into Medford. Okay. It's going to Newkirk and going to Pond Creek, but it's just severe. We'll get to it here in just a second. Not tornadic, but just severe. Okay. So as far far as any more storms for Oklahoma City tonight, we're not going to have any. This is it, all right? This is it for the metro. Once this wind subsides, all is good. And we'll get this stuff out of here. It's down Purcell, down through Purcell, Pauls Valley, moving east, damaging winds here. Let's go back to Norman, and let's go to Alan Rosie. Alan's over here up on Highway 62 and Highway 18. He's in Meeker. And Alan, give us an update. Wow, pretty good wind and rain there. What's going on with your wind currently?
Yeah, the winds aren't too bad, Dave. They're still 20 to 30 miles per hour. The rain is intensified and a lot of lightning up here in the Meeker area. We're downtown Meeker right now. It does get difficult to see, so if you have to get out in this area during the middle of this storm, go ahead and just use a little caution, drive a little slower, because when the wind and rain does hit you, it blinds you temporarily, and sometimes you can't see more than a couple of car lengths ahead of you. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. We're going to move back towards the Shawnee area, David, and back to you.
Okay. All right, Alan. Great job over there. And again, he's just kind of driving through these storms, slicing and dicing. I'm looking for that wind. Okay. Let's go back to Storm Shield and take a look at what's going on down to the south of the metro. Strong, severe storms over Lake Thunderbird, Twin Lakes, coming into Shawnee right now in Tecumseh. You folks in Shawnee, Tecumseh, we're all over it. Up to Meeker, Prague, Payne. These storms are all severe in here with damaging winds in this line of 50 to 60 to 70 miles per hour. Lots of damage down in the, at least scattered damage down in the Norman area.
David, OG&E just tweeted out that actually that number for power outages is not correct. They're having problems. Their IT department's working on their website. It's 11,300 now.
Of course, it was right when I was saying that.
Right,
Wow.
Robin.
Just coming in.
Hey, Robin,
Right.
don't be making up numbers over there. I know, right? So 11,000 now, customers. Yeah.
You know, you're talking about those winds, of course, 80 miles an hour plus.
Right.
I mean, this is what we can expect. Also, it's just seeing some power lines down in the area, and if I can just find that email again, just it's coming in. Just a lot on the south side. There's a lot of power lines that are down that they've been reporting. So, you know, it's just a lot of calls coming in off Southwest 70th, Southwest 78th, Southwest 58th, Southwest 34st, Southwest 24th, and Ambassador Road, all on the south side of the metro, David.
Yeah, and so, you know, the wind was, 60, 70, Robin, close to 80 miles per hour. So South Metro down through probably more, down through Norman.
We were showing in Goldsby the wind 70, potentially up to 80. There's at the David Perry Airport, there are aircraft hangars that are damaged down there. That's about 1 mile northeast of Goldsby.
There you go. Radar does not lie. Man, Next Gen's good. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it was saying 80.
Yeah, it
Right?
nailed it.
It nailed it. Next Gen Live. It nailed it. And that's why we have it, because it's a really good radar. It's a really good radar. And this crazy weather, you have to have the tools to be able to fight this stuff. I mean, it'll just eat you alive. Okay, big storms once again. Shawnee, severe, back to Purcell, and again Oklahoma City West. We're not going to have any more storms. This is going to be it. This is it right here. South and East Metro. These will pull away from us. They're moving through Shawnee right now, eastern sides of Norman. Let's go back and look at some of the wind speeds here. And let's go to Lynx 3, if we can punch that up. And take a look on Lynx 3 on velocity data. And let's see what we have. Okay, still some pretty good wind in here over Lake Stanley Draper right now. The pocket is definitely smaller, which is a great sign, okay? Let's query some of that, see what you think. Yeah, it's weak. You know, the trend right now is not what it has been, which has been up. The trend is down now. So 62 mile per hour winds, 67.8. Okay, so still damaging winds here, right over Lake Stanley Draper, headed to Stella, headed to Newalla and McLeod. All right, damaging winds there. And this is going to be wind over here, 40, 50 miles per hour going on too. Or even that's come down though. Winds over there have come down. So we're doing okay. We're doing better. Still damaging winds, a pocket of damaging winds right over Lake Stanley Draper for sure. And Hank's right there. And let's check in with Hank. He's getting back into Norman. And we'll get some damage for you, Hank. Hank, we're going to find you some damage to go to. Give us an update. You're back in Norman, it looks like. Give us an update.
Yeah, David, right now I'm at 12th and Franklin Northeast or Center Road headed back south into Norman, and the winds have really died down. About 2 miles to my north, the winds were probably 50 miles an hour. and right now you can see the winds have almost stopped. So it's really kind of crazy where the pockets of the heavy winds are at and how quickly they come and how quickly they go, David.
Exactly right, Hank. You're exactly right with what you just said. These have been pockets of damaging winds that have been fairly large, and then we get these tiny pockets that just quickly ramp up. And they come and they go. Like you said, we get on the velocity data, we just get a big pocket of blue that starts to expand out. And he's exactly right. Okay, so the wind is beginning to come down. It's beginning to come down. Still damaging winds now over Lake Stanley Draper. And then from there over to Newalla, Hara, and to Midway and McLeod. If they're trying to make it that far. And Choctaw. You folks in Choctaw is going to try to come into there. Okay, Alan Rosie is a little bit farther to the east. Justin, I'll tell you what, let's get Alan back west here. When you get a second, let's get him back west. Okay, let's go back to northern Oklahoma here real quick, talking about the storms up north. Let's talk about the storms up north.
Yeah, just the winds in Chandler to come up just a little bit there in Lincoln County.
Yeah, right here.
Up towards Avery.
Yeah. Yep. Winds up there. That's what do we have here? 60. Yeah, close to 60. Agra, Avery, coming your way. So northern Lincoln County, still a pocket of damaging winds up in here. Tryon, Agra, Avery. We're still pretty high up, but still, I think 50 to maybe 60 is a good bet. From I-44 north, or Highway 66 north, okay? Okay, keep that in mind. All right, damaging winds, northern Lincoln County right now. Let's go back up north if we can.
Storm Shield.
Let's go to Storm Shield. And there it is, these storms. The northern storm has weakened substantially. Still severe, coming into Renfro, still could have damaging winds because you get all that momentum in the atmosphere. The storm collapses, you still get damaging winds. Even though reflectivity showing the rain and the hail has come down, there's still going to be damaging winds. Renfro, prepare for that. You're thinking, what is that up here? Those are the windmill farms. That's the windmill farm all around Renfro. How about that? Okay, this is not. This is a storm coming into Renfro from the west, right up Highway 81. All right, Renfro, damaging winds. Medford, damaging winds. Jefferson, Pond Creek, damaging winds. Val Castor's on this hook. Let's get an update from Val. Let's go to his live. Try to get an update from Val. And Val, that thing is still spinning. Give us a quick update.
Yeah, it is, David. It's definitely still spinning. And the rotation is just to our north and east here, but we just ran through probably 55-mile-per-hour winds, and this would have been a wraparound of the rotation. Northwest winds gusting 55, perhaps even more than that. So pretty stout winds still with this storm. Back to you, David.
Okay, all right, good job there, Val. He's right underneath the area of spin. This is the left side of it. It's going up. This whole thing's turning, and it is still severe, okay? Not tornadic, but again, we chase these things. We chase them all day, all night until they're no longer a threat, all right? That's how we do it in News 9. We don't want these things to do something weird and crazy, and we just don't want that, okay? That's we go and go and go. All right, let's go to the Storm Shield. And storm up north, that's one Val's on. Big hail now headed to Jefferson and possibly Medford. Big hail in here. This is going to be at least golf ball size. And the hail cores actually come up. The hail cores actually come up now headed to Jefferson. Jefferson, get ready for at least quarters, if not golf balls. If you live west of Jefferson, you're going to get pounded winds to 70 miles an hour with that. Let's come back south. Let's come back south and take a look at what's going on in the metro. Wind farm, by the way, near Hunter. Let's come back south here. Can you slide? There we go. Keep moving. Okay, let's keep going here. And severe storms from Prague to Shawnee to Tecumseh, back down to Pauls Valley to Joy and Davis. These are pounding Davis and Joy right now. Sulphur, they're coming into town right now. Damaging winds coming into Sulphur. So Pauls Valley, you just got hammered with some wind and hail. And these are about ready to end in Pauls Valley. They're going to push to your east. Ada, get ready. Seminole, get ready. Shawnee is getting it right now. Let's go back to velocity data. Let's go to link 3. Let's go to velocity data and check out what's going on in Shawnee. Okay. All right. Just say that one more time.
He's in Shawnee, Allen.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a twist west of Seminole.
Okay. All right. Okay, here's Shawnee, here's OB, here's Bethel Acres. Let's go to velocity data here. Let's see what we have on this, and then we're going to go to Robin at the news desk. OBU, Shawnee. What are our winds in here? 50? What are you looking at? 40, 50? Right here? Yeah, 46. Yeah, 51. Allen's right there. Okay. And then let's come back here. What are these winds in here? Check out this blue, the green. Okay, 64. Okay, Lake Stanley Draper up to Newalla and Hera. Damaging winds here. All right. Talking about far northern Cleveland County, southeastern Oklahoma County. Winds in there are definitely 50 to 60. They've weakened some, though. They've come down. They've come down. Robin, damage, we have some of that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we will go to our Jessie Mitchell. She is down in the Norman area right now at Floyd's RV, where we want to know about the damage down there from those high winds tonight. Jessie.
Robin, this is some of the worst damage we've seen after driving around all day. That didn't come from a tornado. If you look behind me, this RV is flipped onto its side. There are some trees down here, and this is definitely some of the strongest wind damage that we've seen. The winds were rocking our car when we were on our way down here. The rain has finally let up. It's still pretty windy, but this is just an example of what passed through on the way to Norman. We're just south of Norman right now. It's continuing to push off to our north, but we're speaking with the owners about how they're picking up the pieces after these very, very strong winds. Back to you. All
right, our thoughts with Tina Floyd and her family as they'll have some cleanup to do. Also, just getting word from Norman Police tonight about the damage in the Norman area. We do have power outage. The update from OG&E, over 11,000 customers. That's metro-wide. Also, Norman PD saying primary damage in Norman is the tree limbs down in the area west of OU from Elm to Berry, between Boyd and Lindsay as well. And that they're just south of Highway 9, where Jessie Mitchell reporting live for us at Floyd's RV. And you're looking at our live team coverage. David's been on the air basically pretty much constantly from the 2 o'clock hour when those storms started firing up in the south of the state, southwest Oklahoma, down by Duke and Altus and Jackson County early this afternoon, David. And boy, it really hasn't let up all day. No, and it just continues. But the tornado threat with these has really, really gone away. This is a wind threat, so that's great news. So good news there. Once again, Shawnee, Tecumseh, down to St. Louis, down to Gwinnett, Byers, Stratford, back to Pauls Valley. Vaughn now coming through Stratford. Line of severe storms, damaging winds. Even on the back side where you don't have any rain or a little bit of light rain, the winds are still howling through here with winds in this area of 50 to 60 miles per hour. But the whole line is pushing east. And the good news for Oklahoma City is we will not have any more storms. Now, tomorrow, it's a whole new day, more severe weather tomorrow. And again, we said it was going to be a couple of rough days. And today, it sure lived up to it for sure, especially out in western Oklahoma. So Oklahoma City almost rain-free, but we are not wind-free. We have a lot of wind going on out there. Let's go back to links 3 and go to velocity data. Let's see what's happening down south. Let's see what's happening down south. And yeah, gotcha. And let's see, everything moving to the east. Let's just go in here. That's fine. Well, can we go to our live? Just to check. And winds, yeah, they come down. Come down a lot. 40 to 50. What do we have in there? You got a 50? Maybe not.
Close.
47. Yeah. 47. Up to Horseshoe Lake, Hera, Newalla. Winds are all 50 miles per hour in here. 40 to 50. Okay. 40 to 50 in here. Newalla, Hera, Horseshoe Lake, over to Fowler, Jacktown. Yep, talking about McLeod, Dale. And there's no rain right here. There's no rain, but you have 50-mile-an-hour winds. It's outflow from these storms to the south, so damaging winds. And the winds were crazy high earlier. Damage in Moore, Norman, wind damage. And let's back out. Yeah, go ahead and back out all the way. Let's see what's going on Storm Shield. Okay, big line of storms pushing off into green country. Slowly pushing now east of I-35.
And the storms up north are no longer severe. They don't have a warning on them.
Well, that's great news. Let's jump in up north. Let's go to Grant County again. These have weakened. Val's right there. Bobby Payne's right here. And this is the one that really, really cranked out. This is the one we had the tornado warning on. It is now a strong storm. Jefferson, Renfro. We're still looking at winds in here to 60, 50 miles per hour, maybe 60, but they've come down. They've come down, and they've really weakened here in the last 10 minutes. And there's Still a supercell. Still a rotating thunderstorm. That storm developed. How long has that storm been alive now? 4 counties? 5 counties? No, that's the one that developed.
Oh, at least. That's the one that developed actually on the dry line behind the initial storms.
That storm, right, began on the Oklahoma-Texas state line. Yeah, and now it's at Medford. So back out just for a second here.
Yeah, I can show you. I can take it all the way back.
Yeah. And this is what we call supercell. And these are the storms that last. Look, hook, 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 hook.
It was Roger Mills in Ellis County border.
There it is. Okay, now take it forward.
That was 4 hours ago.
4 hours. Storm, still going all the way, all the way. Supercell. They last for hours. They last for many counties. They get up, they get alive, and they will breathe and as long as they can. They'll breathe until they can go no longer, right? They have a cycle like the rest of us. They're born, they peak out, and they die. That's how it works.
I won't ask what stage you're in.
No, me?
No.
I'm kind of peaking right now.
Okay.
Kind of peaking.
Oh, and Jim's just telling me the lightning strike video. You might have heard him on air earlier say that, wow, it actually hit something. He's got a lightning strike video. I think it was a tower.
Here's the video of it?
Yeah, you can call for it.
Let's take a look at the video from Jim Gardner. And were you in the chopper? Yeah, you're in the chopper.
Oh, that was right here, wasn't it?
Wow. Look at that.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's looped.
Yeah, I hope
FYI.
so. If it's
or
not
something
looped,
bad's going to happen.
If it's not looped, we're in big trouble. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
That wasn't our tower, right?
No.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Ours is shorter than that now.
Okay. All right, good. Wow. That was impressive, right? Tell me, lightning, you don't mess with it. You get indoors when thunder roars, folks. Do not mess with lightning. Okay. So, no longer severe. Renfro, Jefferson, let's come back south. A couple small storms up near Alva. No big deal. You folks in Alva have had a long day. You've had stuff all around you. All right, so severe storms now east of Oklahoma City. Craig down Little Seminole. Coming into Seminole here. Alan is in. Let's go to Alan Ambrosi. He's in Shawnee. Let's go to Shawnee. Alan, what do you think? Any hail in that shot? Give us an update.
Okay, I'm downtown Shawnee right now. We've seen a couple of power flashes. These are calls from one of the lightning, several lightning strikes out here. We've got lightning all around us. Parts of Shawnee just went without power, I guarantee you, because it was a big lightning strike. Saw a big fireball, and then parts of the northwest parts of Shawnee went dark. Some of the streetlights have just returned, and we're looking, David. We still got lots of lightning here in Shawnee and lots of heavy rain. Wind's not too bad right now, but we'll keep an eye on it for you. Back to you.
Okay. All right, Alan Ambrosi, there you go. He's over in Shawnee, and pretty quiet in Shawnee tonight. You know why? Because everyone's home. They're all like, hang on, let's watch this. And there's what's going on in Shawnee, okay? And that storm is still severe, but the winds have come down. The winds have definitely come down, even in the Shawnee area, but they could pick back up because there's one more wave of wind and rain coming towards Shawnee. All right, coming towards Shawnee. Okay, let's go back to Storm Shield. Go back to Storm Shield, and again, severe storms running from Tulsa down to Pottawatomie County, down to Pauls Valley, down to Ardmore. They're moving east right now at around 30 miles per hour or so, and damaging winds in the line and some damaging winds on the backside of the line. Okay, no severe storms up north now. Those have weakened. Good news, at least up north for now, but the storms to our east are still severe.
We're getting a few questions about the ominous-looking clouds, central Oklahoma, Canadian County, on our El Reno camp. We're going to take a look at this. We've got numerous pictures coming in of the modest clouds that we're seeing behind these thunderstorms. They're very common at sunset. It can be quite beautiful, but they're kind of scary looking if you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, just downward convection basically underneath the anvil at the top. And sometimes these can be huge little bubbles hanging down, and then you get the shadows underneath it. And they make really for some of the most incredible pictures. And still, though, pretty amazing looking. And that's what everybody's seeing right now in Oklahoma City. It's beautiful. I mean, it's one way to put it. But normally, you'll see this with thunderstorms that are severe or at least get up there pretty tall. All right? So, modest clouds doing what they do. And that shot, pretty amazing from El Reno.
It is.
All right? And the sun, look at there. All right, so there you go. Severe storms east of Oklahoma City. Let's check in with Hanks on the backside. Let's go back to velocity data if we can. I want to take a look at the winds and to see what the winds are doing back in Oklahoma City again. Let's go to our live just to make sure we're good. And there's some wind over Stella right now. It's pretty close to the radar here. We're going to switch radars. Okay. And winds in Oklahoma City are still blowing for sure, but nothing like what they were. Okay, see how the blues are kind of going away now? We're getting rid of the blues. Now we're going to the green, going to the darker green. Those, you're looking at less wind, or winds, you know, weakening wind speeds, if you will, from Choctaw to Hera down to Newalla. All right, let's go to roof cam here and take a look at it. Still windy. That's right here at News 9. Look at the trees. I mean, that's still 30 to 40. That's still windy. That's still outflow from those storms. And not damaging winds, but you can hear the trees hitting the house for sure. And I just saw an incredible lightning shot in Hank's shot. A spider. Lightning. It was incredible. Came out of the ground and went up, forked out. Okay, still blowing. I don't have to say that. That's a big flag. Let's go to Alan and check in with him. Find out where he is. He's still over in Shawnee. Alan, lots of lightning. What's your wind doing over in Shawnee right now? We're getting some higher winds just to your west and southwest. Do we have Alan?
15 to 20. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, those winds have not made it to my location anyway. We're sitting here on the northwest corner or northwest sides of Shawnee, facing north, just watching this incredible lightning storm, trying to roll some video on it. Lots and lots of lightning. Heavy rains at time. Right now we've got a moderate rain. Winds are only probably 15 to 20 at this point. I'm watching the radar, though, so we're waiting on this next batch of wind to come in. Back to you, David.
Okay. All right. Good job, Alan Brosey, over in Shawnee. And the good news, the winds continue to come down in Oklahoma City, still 40 to 50 and 40. That's going to blow for a while, just being on the north side of this. All right. Let's go back to Storm Shield. And it's starting to pick up a little speed now. See the Bow Echo from Stratford? Get ready, Ada. You're going to have severe winds in Ada, probably 60 to 70. Bing, Fittstown, Stonewall, Lula, Sissaquah. You're going to get damaging winds. Okay. Let's come back north. Wewoka. You're going to get damaging winds. Seminole, Bowlegs. It's moving from west to east. It's going to be winds 60 to maybe 70 miles per hour. Little Seminole coming into you shortly. And the winds have come down, though. They're not as strong as they were earlier with the whole line. They've come down overall. I'm still worried about what's going on down south, though. The Bow Echo down there.
Go to a lot more on that south end.
Yeah, there we go. There's your problem. And right here, okay, this is going to be southeast of Sulphur. But Falls Creek just ripped through there. What's this right here? Mill Creek, what's that? What do you have in there? 70? 55? Okay, you're using...
Yeah, I don't have to zoom in, too.
Yeah,
to get those brighter pink.
That's fine. You're using TLX. Just want to see. Yeah, that's 60. Okay. Nothing crazy. 60 mile an hour wind still get your attention. The house is going to rattle a little bit. Trees are going to blow. Maybe a power line or two down. Okay, so let's come back north and kind of give you the big overview, if we can. Hey, real quick, do we have that tornado video ready from today? Do we have that by chance? Do we have some of that? Let's take a look at that real quick. And this is what was going on today from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And you saw this, again, only on News 9. We had this, brought this to you live. This is what was going on today when all these tornadoes. Look at the violent tornado, once again, up near Chester at 432. Look at the size of that tornado, folks. And we have found damage up there, but no injuries and no fatalities. All right, a lot of people were praying hard today. You did a good job. Because that's a violent tornado. That's a big tornado. That's an EF3. You ever take? Whatever. It's bad. It's a big tornado. There's a, look at there. This was all today. This was all today. And we had at least a dozen tornadoes. Different sizes, shapes, short, fat, wide, big, wide. Look at that. Look at that wide tornado right there. That is scary. Then it ropes out. We get back to the elephant trunk crossing the road. There you go. Ragged elephant trunk tornado there. And not good. What an incredible shot, though. Okay, let's go back to Norman here. Let's go back to live. And let's go down to Norman and get a quick update from Norman. We have our live shot up. And I don't know exactly where we are, Norman. What are you looking at here? What kind of damage, Jen? What are you looking at? Okay, big tree down. Okay, that's the RV park. Winds down there were about 70 to 80 miles per hour. And is Andy on the phone? Okay, so we talked to Andy, photojournalist. Andy Hargrave's down there. He's looking right at it, but again, that storm is now long gone. Quickly, let's go back to Storm Shield. Let's go back to Storm Shield's control room. Severe storms continue to push east of Oklahoma City, moving through Shawnee, Tecumseh, Asher, Wanette. No more storms for Oklahoma City tonight. The wind beginning to come down, and once again, everything moving east at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just